Hi everyone, welcome back to my English class for today with me, Madam Mona of Tinawati. Alright, so welcome everyone once again. Okay, today we are still in Unit 1, Let's Chat, and our focus for today, we're going to do the reading. Okay, you can take a look at the textbook, Full Blouse, page 14 and also page 15. Okay, so we are going to discuss the text first so that you can understand them much better. Okay, let's go to the text. The title, the topic for today is From Brick to Smartphone. So we are going to take a look at the history, the evolution of a mobile phone. Okay, so let's take a look at the first paragraph first. Okay, in 1973, Martin Cooper invented a portable mobile phone. It was the Dynatac, and in 1983, it was available in shops. Dynatac phones were large and weighed about a kilogram. They were also very expensive, but people used to buy them like crazy. However, people complained that they could only talk for an hour before needing to charge them again. So soon, heavy shoulder packs with batteries in them were introduced. These gadgets became very trendy in the 80s, and actors appeared in many films of the time, chatting to friends on their new high-tech device. Okay, if you take a look at the first paragraph, if you have read it, okay, so we know that the first invented mobile phone was in 1973, but only launched and sold in 1983. It was actually a Motorola phone, but the name is Dynatac. Okay, it's very heavy, it's big and heavy. If you know what a brick is, okay, it looks like a brick. It looked like a brick, and definitely it weighs heavy. People still bought them then because I guess it's in trend, even though the price was quite pricey, it's quite expensive. The problem with this phone, okay, back then we can only make a call on a mobile phone instead of what we have these days. We have so many applications, but then the only thing that you can do in your mobile phone is to make a call, and the call could only last for the maximum of an hour. So this is what the users complained about the mobile phone. Okay, so what happened then? Dynatac, Motorola had invented a shoulder pack that came with batteries. So basically, you have to carry the battery on you just to charge your mobile phone. Can you imagine that? Okay, back then in the 80s. Okay, so let's take a look at the second paragraph. Because of their size and shape, these early mobiles became known as bricks. They seem like dinosaurs compared to the devices we are used to seeing today. The first generation, which is 1G of mobile phone, seems had weak signals and many problems. As technology improved, mobiles became smaller and offered more features. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, okay, Dynatac, the first phone, it looked like a brick. Okay, that's why they are saying that they seem like dinosaurs compared to what we have these days. Our phone these days, they're quite smaller, much smaller, and they are much thinner. Okay, and then by then, as I mentioned earlier as well, we can only make a phone call. Okay, compared to what we have these days, we have so many features. We can text, we can use applications, play games, and many more. Let's take a look at the third paragraph. In the 90s, the introduction of 2G, second generation mobile systems, meant improved reception over wider areas. They also included the ability to send small amounts of data, such as short message service, which is SMS, messages, and the first SMS was sent in the UK, United Kingdom, on 3rd December 1992. Today, over 2 trillion text messages are sent every year. Mobiles continue to improve with colored screens and a wide variety of ringtones. Other important development was the introduction of cameras on mobile phones. Camera phones became hugely popular and changed the world of journalism. In 2004, the Indian Ocean earthquake was the first event in which most of the videos on the news were provided by camera phones instead of professional camera crew. Okay, so basically in this paragraph, it talks about how the mobile phone, the features of mobile phone has developed. Starting in the 1990s, where the first SMS was sent to the UK, and people are now having beautiful backgrounds on their phones, colored screens, and as well as ringtones, a wider variety of ringtones. You can download your own. I'm not sure if you can download, but one thing that I remembered during my time when I still use that 2G phone, I had to key in certain encrypted messages, something like that, just to get a ringtone. Okay, other development, okay, like camera phones. Okay, camera phones in the 90s had actually helped a lot because not all people have their own camera, but with the help of phone camera, at least they can communicate with their family and friends, and also they can take pictures much better by having a phone camera phones. Okay, and it actually helped in journalism as well. What is journalism? Reporters and how they write their journals, their reports and articles. So they used the camera phones to took pictures of any events that happened back in the 90s, even in the started in year 2000 as well. Okay. Now let's take a look at the last paragraph. Okay. In the early 2000s, 3G mobile internet was introduced. Okay, the third generation of internet was introduced, which made it possible for people to use a new generation of smartphones. Okay, so starting from early of year 2000, we were introduced to smartphones and a better internet connection. Okay, these devices have large touch screens and act as internet browsers, media players, and game consoles all in one. Okay, back then when we want to use the internet, we can only access the internet through computer and laptop. But with smartphones, then we can access to internet as well. Okay, not just to browse the internet, we are allowed to listen to music through media players and even play games in the mobile phone. Okay, they have also made video calling and mobile TV a reality. Okay, then we can only speak to one another without seeing face to face, without having a face to face conversation. But because of video calling, now you can see the person that you are calling, and mobile TV as well. You can even watch television in your smartphone. Okay, with the introduction of 4G mobile internet, the speed and with which phones can both download and upload information to the internet is far up with new ideas and exciting concepts mobile. Okay, because of the fourth generation, the internet services are much better in terms of the speed of internet. Okay, you can upload. I have told you what is upload. When you want to share something to other people in internet, you upload, and when you want to get any information, you download them. Okay, Of course, companies are always coming up with new ideas and exciting concept mobiles. We have so many mobile companies these days, right? We have uh, many brands, iPhone, Samsung, Huawei, what do we have? Xiaomi, and so on. Okay, they are trying to compete with one another by creating new ideas and concepts. Okay, they want to advertise, of course, their company, their mobile phones. Okay, some of these ideas include solar panels on the back of the phone for charging. Okay, we know these days that we have to charge our phone using a cable, right? So this is another evolution in which they want to charge the phone only using solar panels. Okay, a flexible phone can bend around your wrist, and even a phone that uses collar to charge its battery. Okay, so this is what they are doing in the R&D, research and development. Okay, something that can bend around your wrist. This is actually, we have this already, right? In which you have your smartwatch, where you can connect your phone to your smartwatch, and collar to charge its battery. That is something very different. Okay, I'm not sure if it has existed or not, but who knows, one day perhaps. Everyone is trying to find the next big step in the evolution of mobile phones. But what will it be? Only time will tell. As I said earlier, no one knows what will happen or what is going to be the next big thing of the smartphone. How it's going to be developed, how much advanced it can be. Okay, so that's it on the text from brick to smartphone, the evolution of smart mobile phone story. Okay, now let's take a look at some pictures. So this is actually Dynatec, Motorola Dynatec, the 800 or 8000. I'm not so sure about the name, but this is how a Dynatec look like. Okay, and so here you can see the different types. I believe that these mobile phones are from the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so you can see the evolution here from the brick look-alike phone to a smaller one. We have the antenna here. Okay, this is what I used to use before. Okay, and how it has been developed into a touch screen smartphone and a much more advanced smartphone that we have these days. All right, so we are done with the text. I hope that everyone can understand it better. Now let's take a look at some of the highlighted words that you can see on the text page 14. Okay, and this is also from your textbook. Okay, the vocabulary over here, task C. So I'm basically sharing with you the answers here because I want you to actually understand those words. Right. So the first word, the first phrase here, think of or suggest. If the think of or suggest is basically when you have a thinking process to come up with something. Okay. Not strong. Okay. This is from paragraph 2. Weak signal, not strong signal. Okay. Of course, it is weak. Not strong is weak. Okay, easy to ban. What is easy to ban? This is from the last paragraph. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, this is from the last paragraph. Easy to ban here means it is flexible. Okay, you can see these two girls. They are very flexible. They can bend their backs. All right, now let's take a look at the other set of vocabulary, set of words. Okay, information. Here, this information refers to the data that we have in our mobile phone. And next, group of people with special skills working together. Okay, that is obviously what we call as a crew. And this is from your textbook paragraph 3. Okay, the journalism crew. Okay, and then these are the last two phrase and word. Keep information. When you want to keep your information in your mobile phone, you are basically storing. Okay, store the information. And a gadget. Okay, gadget is a device. You have so many gadgets these days. Okay, this is a smartwatch. You have smartphone. You have laptop, tablet, and even computer, desktop computer. Okay, so that is it. Basically, we're done with today's explanation on the reading text, page 14. Okay, so basically what you have to do next, you're going to answer some questions in your Google Classroom. Okay, there are two tasks for you to do, in which you are going to do task D from your textbook, page 15, and also a set of comprehension questions, okay, which I will upload together in the Google Classroom. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. We are done for today.